Memphis Wrestling, The Randy Hale Story, is available now at randyhalesmemphiswrestling.com.
Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling. The Power Hour.
Ho, ho, ho. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish all the Memphis Wrestling Randy Hale fans and friends a very Merry Christmas. Hey, can you believe it? Hey, Jeff Wheeler. Hey, First Lady of the Power Pro and Talking Memphis Wrestling shows, Bonetta. Merry Christmas, everybody, and we're rocking and rolling. I'll tell the story about the hat. See the little gimmick on the hat? Little gimmick on the hat? In this house, the only possession that I have in this house that I absolutely stole. I stole this Christmas hat. Stole it. Yes, I did. Greg, I stole this hat. Panetta, I stole it. Jeff Fred Wheeler, I stole the thing. Who did I steal it from? I stole it from Jerry, the King Lawler. Back several years ago when I was the general manager of Jerry Lawler's Hall of Fame Bar and Grill, we had a onesie party. And he made me dress up. And he brought the stuff for me to wear. I had to buy my own pajamas. But anyway, he got me this Santa hat, and I never returned the daggum thing. So I guess you can say I stole it. Looking good as we go right into Christmas time. I just want to shout out something before we get going because we have a big show with some surprises at the end because it's Christmas time. It's Christmas time. I'm so excited. I'll tell you what Christmas means to me. I'll tell you a little bit about some heartfelt stuff a little later in the program, but I do also want to mention one guy, Memphis Wrestling Hall of Fame member Paul Morton. Wanted to talk about Paul right now. He was born on July the 4th of July. In 1921, he passed away on this day, December the 19th, 2010. He was 89 years old, a great, great referee. I love Paul. He was something else. He was a character. He was great. And I shout out and we miss good old fantastic Paul Morton. Michael's in the house. Somebody said something about Freebird. Hell yeah, on the show today. Merry Christmas, Adam Dunn. What's going on, my man?
Hey, Randy, how are you? Good evening, everybody. Glad to be here on this gearing things up. So the week, well, it's going to be Christmas in exactly 1 week. So, but of course, Christmas week, getting things geared up here and ready to go for another big power hour here today.
At 9:25 this morning, Adam Dunn sent me a text. Okay. This text says, I have watched the Power Pro Wrestling show from last week maybe half a dozen times. It may be my new favorite. My favorite part is the first time Lawler chases Stasiak out of the studio and the camera people start running to get back there to show it, and they about run into each other, and Sam Lowe is running back there also. It looks so good and so unplanned. That's how I want to start the show. Usually when we start a show, we just jump right into talking about what we'll see today. But that obviously a week after the fact, and that flattered me, and that makes me so good, Adam. And I told you in a text, it makes me feel so good that you're not bullshitting me. You're not conning me. No. You really like Power Pro Wrestling, And that show was over the top in your mind last week. That's why it's so cool and so fun to watch these shows, especially this era. So what made you at 9:30 this morning, as I was returning from an early morning trip to Wynn, Arkansas, what made you reach out to me this morning?
Probably because I was watching it for the sixth time and just was thinking about it. But, just everybody that watches, Memphis wrestling loves it for mostly the same reasons, some different reasons. But as I've told you 100 times and everybody here watching, I'm a number one, first and foremost, a fan of studio wrestling. And just any time that you see something like that, obviously I'm into production with all this stuff here that I do and do with Randy. But, so many times you see something happen, like it's already pre-planned, it's set up, like, oh, why would there be a camera out there? I mean, that doesn't make any sense. But, when Lawler chases Stasiak, so, okay, this is unplanned. You got camera people running through the studio trying to get the shot and everything. To me, that live studio wrestling, there's just nothing like it.
Rod Robinson saying, "Happy holidays, Adam and Randy and everybody." And we say the same thing to you.
That has me thinking happy holidays. Do you think we should maybe decorate a little bit?
You're usually on the ball. You better do something quick, or I'll take back every nice thing I just said about you.
Let me snap my fingers and see if we can. There's some lights.
Hey,
How about
we
that?
have Christmas lights.
That's the best we can do.
That looks cool. There's nothing else. That's good though.
No, excuse me, still slightly under the weather. No, there's all kinds of neat stuff on here. I just thought that the lights look kind of cool. Maybe we can throw in some presents.
Oh yeah, what did you get me, Adam? What did you get me? I tell you what, you can get me right now. You can get me something. You can get me a preview of what we're going to see today. Show number 44 from February the 13th. Man, we say it every week. Will we be able to follow? By the way, do you like this little hat Santa hat that I stole from Lawler?
Right, that you absconded with, yeah.
Yes. How about in your sack of Christmas presents? Yeah. As look at Keith Jordan as he's putting up kind of cool thing up here. Give me a preview from the Christmas bag.
All right. So, what we got coming up on the show here today is this is going to be from February 13th, 1999. Things are going to start off with the limousine arriving out in the parking lot, and we're going to see in action in studio the tag team of Too Much, which will be, of course, Brian Christopher and Scott Taylor, both in action in studio today. They'll be going against Erin O'Grady, who, of course, later became Crash Holly, and Big Bulldog Reigns. That's opening action. We'll get the debut of Shawn Stasiak's sister, which leads to a confrontation with Stacy, and then, of course, Lawler will be out for that. We'll get another preview of You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet, which is coming up at the New Daisy Theater. Power Pro title will be on the line when that big, huge Baldo be going up against the superstar Bill Dundee. He won that right last week. We'll get an interview with Dundee. We'll see Giant Silva, Dr. Tom Prichard. Brandon Baxter will be joined in studio by Michael Hayes. Jim Cornette will be in studio today. We'll see Venom, the former Paul Diamond, in action against Derek King. And then Dr. Tom Prichard teams up with Dr. Death Steve Williams in studio, main event, going up against Shawn Stasiak and Vic Grimes. And then, of course, a big brawl to end it all on today's show. So, sounds like we got the makings of yet another good one. I wonder if I'll say my constant standby from each week of it's the best one yet. We'll see coming up here in just a few minutes.
We'll see in about 46 minutes for sure. My man Frank Seaton, Arkansas guy, always good to hear them. And now, I'm going to tell you before we go into the thing, something just clicked in my mind. It clicked in my mind when Adam was doing that preview. And it clicked in my mind something that's bothering me for the last week or so. It's been bothering me for about a week or so. I have the itch. I have the itch at all. I have an itch to cut a promo. So off comes the headsets. Off comes the Santa hat. Get that Christmas stuff out of there for a little bit right now. You know, one time in a classic interview, Dusty Rhodes said, Ole Anderson, it'll never be over. It'll never be over. Well, in my case, I'm talking to you, you bald-headed geek. I'm talking to you, Brandon Baxter. It'll never be over. It'll never be over. Just because I'm old, just because I have gray hair, just because I'm not in the wrestling business, I still have my temper, I still have my fire, and I'll run over your ass in a New York minute. It'll never be over, Brandon Baxter. It'll never be over. It started in 1995 when you were a skinny, bleached, blonde kid that came into Memphis wrestling. And we had our wars. We had our wars. Then Power Pro Wrestling started, and we had our wars. And we'll see those today. Some of my very favorite memories. But they say it will never be over. It will never be over. Because here's the deal. Now, Adam knows, and I might have kind of mentioned it last week, that 2 weeks after I got a car, I did something silly and ended up backing into a ditch, and I was about 6 inches off one, or that'd be towed off. I almost didn't make this show last Monday. But anyway, so about Wednesday, I believe I'm right, maybe Tuesday or Thursday, I forget when it was. I sent him a text telling the story at the time. Well, then, I guess on his side too, it will never be over. It will never be over. So he calls me up. Hey, what the hell happened to you? Blah, blah, blah. And then he's talking about it. Said, man, they'll never want over with you. Blah, blah, blah. Just laughing. And Kelly, his co-host, was saying, Randy, this is not on me. He did this. I said, we're on the air? I had no clue. So he tried to screw with my money and my livelihood. You never say never, but it'll never be over. Now, take me off the screen and you come back on and you pitch to this damn show yourself. Promo's over. It'll never be over. Never be over.
All right. So it'll never be over. The Randy Hales Brandon Baxter feud continues. That's interesting. We'll have to see where that goes coming up. And where we're going to go right now, as Randy said, let's take a look. February 13th, 1999, episode 44 of the Power Hour.
It's the biggest weekend in Memphis wrestling history. The stars of the World Wrestling Federation are in town for the Valentine's Day Massacre.
And they're here for the Power Hour today, now arriving at WMC
Hello, Tanner. What's going on?
Studios.
I'm glad you love it. The limousine, Giant Silva.
Last night in the New Days of Randy Hales, you were lucky to escape with your life. Today, I got the biggest and the baddest of the WWF, and we're coming after you, so get ready. Come on, guys.
Good little tease. Say the thing. This is how you do good promos. Based on reality. Based on something real. I want to know how many people believe I was hot during that promo.
There was me
Hello,
in the
everybody.
crowd.
Dave Brown and Corey Baxter here
Adam
at
in the
ringside. We're ready to go with
I was
another
holding the
Power
Lawler from
Hour, a
Erin,
big day of Power Pro Wrestling.
Man, I'm
Tanner
bouncing
is
up and
here,
down, ready to
who
go
always
with
says
it
he's
right
going
here
to
today
call
on the
into the
Power
front
Hour.
row. We're not going to be there Wednesday. We'll be there tomorrow morning.
Talk about too
Tanner,
hot, Scott Taylor.
Merry Christmas to you, my man.
We hear the music. Let's ring the bell.
Al Tuttle says the name of Randy's
Gonna get
next
us
book.
going here today.
It'll never be over.
WWF
That's not a bad idea.
More to say about it a little bit later on. They are in the house here today, too.
That's a pretty good idea, Adam.
In the house at the Pyramid tomorrow.
It is.
There's Brian Christopher, Scott
It'll
Taylor.
never be
Too
over.
much.
Memphis Wrestling.
Well,
Here it
I know you
comes.
remember Scott
Too
Taylor.
cool,
He
too
was here
much.
in Memphis some years
Open it
ago.
up. Power Pro Wrestling. We saw the limo. We saw Giant Silva. We saw Dr. Death. Dr. Tom went right into the open, and now Too Cool.
with the greatest tag team in the world today. Too much.
And you know what all the girlies say, Brian?
We're pretty fly for white guys.
Right, I showed up at his place of employment 3 years ago, and his co-host of his radio show, I attacked him and shaved him bald right in that place of work that I go to every Wednesday night. Brock Wheeler wants to know how old you were on this show there, Adam Dunn.
Let's see, February 99, 12 and a half.
12 and a half.
If you were with us on last week, you recall we had the Power Pro Battle Royal to determine the #1 contender for the Power Pro Championship. Well, the superstar Bill Dundee was the winner of that Battle Royal. He'll get a
Andrew
shot
Calvin
today
Jr.
Bulldog.
has watched the show
Power
before
Pro
and said it's
Wrestling
good.
Champion.
It is great.
Right here today
We'll
on the Power
see
Hour. Also, we got Venom
what
here
kind of
today.
rating we give it at the end of the show.
Jerry Lawler is going to be with us as well. Got Sean Stasiak.
Yeah, this was the day after February 13th. That was Valentine's Day Massacre at the Pyramid for the WWF, and several people were in for that weekend, coming in early for that. Brian, of course, was in Power Pro a lot, and I don't think this is the only show that we saw Scotty. Is it, Adam?
That's exactly right.
I think there may be one more.
Michael Jackson doesn't have the glove there.
Merry Christmas to you, Andrew.
Too sexy, Brian Christopher gets in there. Pounds away on Erin O'Grady. Big right hand on O'Grady.
This Erin O'Grady, great talent. Bulldog Grange's great as well, and two cool, great teams. Good action packed.
O'Grady's a very mobile young man. He needs to look to the corner. That's what he's doing. He gets the tag, and here comes Big Bulldog Grange. He's the biggest of all 4 of the wrestlers involved in this match. He goes after both of them. Too hot and too sexy, and both of them hit the mat. Now Erin O'Grady up on the top
Power
rope.
Pro Wrestling, February 13th, 1999, and what a match this is. Good move by Erin O'Grady, a future crashaholic.
Jonesboro, Arkansas. Tonight is going to be a big night for wrestling in Jonesboro.
This is war, it's called. In Jonesboro,
You know,
Arkansas,
it's lost the art
tonight,
of tag team. I mean, that's the old simple deal. The babyface hit the ropes, and the illegal heel is bailed out and tripped. And the heat starts there. That's just fantastic. That's old school wrestling.
Scott Taylor. Boy, I
Look at the
remember
size
Scott
of the
Taylor
crowd
when
in
he
the studio
started
wrapped
Memphis
around all
some
4
years
sides.
ago. And
Yes, sir.
He developed and came on to be a big powerhouse in the World Wrestling Federation along with his partner, Too Sexy Brian Christopher. And let me tell you, just to know these two guys is certainly too much.
How good were Scott Taylor and Brian Christopher together?
Oh, man.
Right there. They really
Oh,
worked
man, they were fantastic. Well-oiled
show off as a
machine.
tag team, too.
Everything's right on. Everything's
good.
just great.
O'Grady was about 2 feet away from the tag. Look at Brian
We have something
Christopher.
special coming up at the end of the show, and have a
Taking
little
it back
Christmas
over the
party,
corner
and
where
go
they can
back
double
with a
team
little
it.
blast
Team of too much makes
from the
an
past on a
exchange.
couple of different Christmas shows.
both
So
in
that's
there now.
we're looking forward to that, and we'll get a big show tomorrow night. Talking Memphis
Pound
Wrestling.
him right down in the middle of the ring, and Too Hot comes off. Big drop kick that takes Erin O'Grady down. He goes for the pin. That's 2 of them, and O'Grady kicks out.
I think Brian Christopher thought it was all over. He was raising the hands in celebration, but O'Grady able to kick out at the count of 2. The match continues.
Continues right here today on the Power Hour. A big day today as the World Wrestling Federation is in the house, and not only that.
I want to know if Frank Seaton's coming to see his mama for Christmas here in Jonesboro, Mississippi. Here comes Bulldog Range glowing to come back.
There are no
Just you
seats
can't
available. All the
knock
way you
this
can see
match.
it is on the
Nothing
pay-per-view. You
about
may want to make your plans to
so
do that as
exciting.
Memphis, Tennessee will be shown to the world tomorrow on the WWF in your house.
Big main event coming up tomorrow in that cage match. Stone Cold.
Well, that was a little screw up.
That didn't go quite as planned, yeah.
No.
Into the ropes goes Too Hot. He comes off. Power slam from Bulldog. Oh, and Aubrey Wayne's over trying to get Erin O'Grady. And look out, Bulldog. Off the top rope.
He went almost 3/4 of the way across the ring in the air. There's a count of 3. That's it. It's all over.
Brian Christopher Silva should have got some frequent flyer miles on that one.
Listen to the crowd. There's a blown spot. Nobody gives a shit.
Bulldog, and they get the 1-2 quick.
He sure did. He flew across there, and there was
no because people didn't think of everything being rehearsed and choreographed. This thing is shit. Things just went wrong.
Randy Hales with a big congratulations for the Too Much team. Well, here comes the whole syndicate out. Here's Bruno Lawler. Here's Vic Grimes.
Of course Bruno comes out.
PPW champion. Bulldog.
This is going to be a great day. You were there at the new Daisy. I killed Bruce Prichard. I destroyed him. These guys destroyed me. Guys, Silva, Dr. Death. We destroyed them all.
Yeah, all I did, I recall seeing you run around like road runners. All I saw right there.
Oh, don't like Corey Macklin. A lot of things happening I'll be back to talk about. But let me tell you something. Sean Stasiak has done something special, and you will see that something special for Stacy, and that's next. And you're going to destroy Dudley, right?
That means the next man on all those hit lists.
Well, that's why we have matches. We got the Power Pro Wrestling Heavyweight title in today. The champion Baldo, Dave, he's going to defend that title against the superstar.
See you out there
coming up later today on the Power Hour. And
that was my day job, you know.
Yeah, we're going to see all of that coming up. Right now, let's tell you all about Power Pro Wrestling on tour. We'll be back with more of this show in a moment.
Yeah.
Coming up, Jonesboro, Arkansas tonight. This means war. Earl Bell Community Center is the place. Tomorrow night, of course, from the Pyramid, it's the big WWF Valentine's Day Massacre, the big pay-per-view on Thursday night in Lula, Mississippi at Lady Luck Casino.
Now, this means war event was in Jonesboro, Adam.
Coming up, then Saturday, February 20th in Mount Pleasant, Mississippi, H.W. Byers High School. That's at 7:30 next Saturday night. Saturday, February 27th, South Haven, Mississippi at the high school. Make your plans to be there, DeSoto County. Big action coming up from Power Pro Wrestling. And returning to the New Daisy Theater on Friday, March 5th. Make your plans now. It was a near sellout last night. The action's going to be big on March 5th at the New Daisy Theater. We'll be back in a moment.
It's the biggest wrestling spectacular Jonesboro has ever seen. Saturday, February 13th, K-Fine and Power Pro present This Means War, 8 p.m. at the Earl Bell Community Center. 9 matches, 22 stars, including 6 WWF superstars. See 7'9" oddity giant Silva, draws, and more. A bad street 6-man tag when Brandon Baxter teams with K-Fine's Ugly Ed. And the fabulous Freebird Michael Hayes to face Randy Hales, James E. Cornette, and Boy Tony. This Means War. Saturday, February 13th, the Earl Bell Community Center.
Okay, let's come out of that. This is where we have to give all the credit to James Estes. I'm being a little bit, but telling him to do. I wrote the copy of that, but he fancied it up with the VO and that sort of thing. That makes me want to buy a ticket and see that show right now. That was fantastic.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know we say it every week, but I mean, I don't see. If you want to consider Power Pro Wrestling local, because it was just in the one market, I don't know of any wrestling promotion that's a local promotion that produces content like a spot like that even now. I mean, you see people make posters and stuff like that, but I don't see anything that's even on that quality now 20 some odd years later.
It's obviously produced by a production crew that were full-time production guys at an NBC affiliate who at the time was #1 in the market. That was a big-time television station, and that's a big-time spot. You're a production guy. That's why I wanted to break in real quick. You're a production guy. There's no way to second guess anybody or be picky with that. That's just perfect.
Right, yeah, and again, you got to put yourself in the time frame for 1999 on a local TV station. I mean, that was outstanding stuff. It really was.
Outstanding, and we'll go back. I just had to brag on us for a little bit. Here we go back to show number 44 of Power Pro Wrestling, the Power Hour.
Look at me pointing at my Lawler from Marathon.
There's Adam.
Sean Stasiak.
You air hog.
Got Stacy with him. He won Stacy as he
What kind of jig was that, for Christ's sake?
I told him to suck it.
For 2 weeks. So I believe today's the last day for that. Stacy is
You were a juvenile delinquent.
Apparently.
Lucky the promoter didn't kick you out, man.
So I won the services of this lovely Miss Stacy here.
Yep.
And maybe at first she was a little skeptical, a little reluctant about the situation. But as time has passed, you know, we've kind of grown stronger. We've kind of become,
Look at that look.
You know, kind
that
of
facial expression.
got a little bit of a relationship going on now. And
really?
I'm so excited about this. I feel so good about this. Next week, I'm going to fly my mother down here to introduce her to Stacy. But this week, at my great expense, I flew my sister Terry down here to meet Stacy. Terry?
Introducing her to the family, huh? There's Terry.
This is the first time Terry, she was a behind-the-scene WWF production person.
Terry, I want you
First
to
time
meet
on
Stacy.
TV. She nails it. Lawler lays out this
Isn't she
segment
everything I told you
100%.
about?
Well, yeah, I guess she is, Sean.
Yeah, I should, I mean,
I was expecting a little better, actually.
what do you mean?
I mean, she is from the South. I must mean she's a little slow. She probably doesn't have the education that we have up north. She basically looks like a piece of trailer park trash to me. Sean, I love you as a brother and all, but, she looks like she's in her pajamas. Can't she afford clothing?
Terry, let's talk about this some other time. I'm sorry. We'll talk about this some other time.
I just can't believe you're proud of this.
Well, let's talk about this.
Well, Sean, didn't work out quite, I guess, the way you had hoped it would. And Stacy doesn't look too happy either. I'm not too happy with some of those comments that were made either there, Corey. As Sean's sister, not all that impressed with Sean's selection there. And, you know,
here's the king out, and
I bet we're going to get a little different perspective on the situation right here.
I bet you we will.
King, did you hear all that?
Well, I certainly did hear all that. I heard about the big, I guess the big blossoming relationship that's going on between Sean and Stacy.
Yeah.
Of course, you realize, Sean, that today is technically the last day that Stacy is to be your valet. You're right, you did win her services for 2 weeks, but yeah, I'm a little dumbfounded to hear about this blossoming romance. But where did Stasiak's sister go?
She's over here. She's over here.
All right. Well, would you mind? Could I come over? Could you come over and let me ask you a question or two or something?
All right.
Soap opera. Can we say something about soap opera?
Now, I heard you say that you're not too impressed, I guess, with Stacy because she's from the South. I mean, you got a problem with the South?
Exactly. I think people down here are a little slower. I'm surprised she has all her teeth in her mouth, actually.
No, Tanner. The answer is
Well,
no.
I mean, you know, okay, I'll admit, granted, you know, we don't all wear three-piece business suits. We like blue jeans and cowboy boots. But I mean, if you look around, most people do have shoes on. We do, you know, we do wear shoes down here. Are you surprised at that?
A little bit. A little bit. I'm not pretty happy with Memphis. It took me about 12 hours to get down here. The Memphis airport is horrible. My bags were lost. They're a little bit slow down here, yes.
A little bit slow. Well, you know what? I mean, you may interpret that as the people being a little bit slow, but granted, it's a little bit different lifestyle than maybe New York City or up north. It's a little more laid back, but maybe it's because we like it like that. And true, you know, we don't all conduct ourselves like your brother Sean. You know, did you happen to hear about a couple of weeks ago when he came out here and forced himself on Stacy and made her kiss him? Did he tell you about that in this big relationship of theirs?
I don't believe he forced himself. I think she was asking for it, actually.
Okay. Well, true. Our style down here in the South is a little bit different. We like to consider ourselves maybe Southern gentlemen. I mean, if we meet a lovely lady like yourself, ordinarily, look, we would take their hand and maybe give them a little kiss like that, you know.
Very gentlemanly, yeah.
Right, a little bit of Southern hospitality, a little bit of Southern charm, a little bit of being a Southern gentleman. But now I do, you know what? I guess they don't like the slow approach. I guess if they're from the north, they like that zoom bang approach. They like the fast stuff like your brother Sean. But you know what? Us guys from the south, we can do that too. Let me show you. Come here.
Whoa. Whoa.
A little surprise, I guess, today.
Well, Lawler.
We got the reaction shot of Stacy thinking it's funny, and now
I don't see much of a fight going on here, Corey.
going on a little longer, and now Stacy's not quite as
Stacy's holding Stasiak back. Now all of a sudden, Stacy's coming out.
Stacy all of a sudden getting kind of unhappy that this is going on so long. Yeah, she grabs Stasiak. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Stasiak comes out.
Everybody going at each other. Stacy going against Cherry, Stasiak's sister. And in the ring, it's Lawler against Stasiak. We got a free-for-all going here.
Aubrey had no problem getting in between those two.
Stasiak's sister and Stacy going at it. She's on top of Stacy there, good. She's got Stacy. The referee's trying to pull them apart. You got a cat fight over there is what we got.
Yeah.
And Lawler's on Stasiak.
Now they're trying to get them apart over here. Lawler's got Stacy holding her back. Stasiak has his sister by the hand, and she wants to come back. And, she's after Stacy, but he's got her out of the ring now. Lawler's able to grab Stacy before she gets there. Man, all kind of emotions going on there, apparently.
Look at Stacy. Stacy,
no, she's not happy at all because that kiss went on a long time.
Oh, she swings after Jerry, and
what are you doing, she said, with that kiss?
Good comment from Al. I love it.
Well, we're going to have to follow this one, I think. We'll be back in just a moment.
Stacy walks out on Wall.
Lawler's kiss with Terry, Sean Stasiak's sister, lasted a little too long for the liking of Stacy. She was mighty unhappy.
I mean, tough timing, all right, Valentine's Day to have that kind of stuff going on. Here is Kid Wicked.
How you doing, Corey?
Doing good, kid.
What is really going on? I already know. For the people that went down at the New Daisy last night, you were looking at the uncrowned Memphis Power Pro Heavyweight Champion. Because I beat that big manatee they call Baldo in the middle of that ring. 1, 2, 3.
Well, you did do that, no doubt about it. You got the win, but however, kid, I'm not sure the title was
Wicked. Stop trying to pull the blanket over these people's eyes, because we both know they're not too smart. But last night, I had you beat for the 1, 2, 3. Until that yellow-bellied coward faking an injury draws had to stick his nose into Baldo's business. Let me tell you something, Wicked. You may have a lot of guts, but you got no brains. Because week in and week out, I throw you from post to post and rope to rope, beating you from an inch of your life. You're half
Dave
a man,
and Corey,
and I'm
Lucian, was a great
You
team.
can never beat me. I'm looking over you from now on and moving on.
Thanks for your comment.
Well, don't look too far, Baldo, because tonight in Jonesboro, that strap is on the line, and it's coming home with me, and I'm doing it in a wicked way.
Right here. It won't fit you. Go away. But to more important things, I beat Kid Wicked, one of the best young gun champs. I beat Erin O'Grady. I beat Streak, and one of the very best, Jerry the King Lawler. But there's one more man on my hit list. The 25-year legend, Bill Dundee. Dundee, I got a friend in the back, Mick Tierney, who doesn't think much of you. But he told me, in his home country of Ireland, when they flush the toilet, it goes straight to Australia. So Dundee, I hope you call 911. Because when I'm done with you, they're not even going to be able to save you.
Well, that's a few comments from the Power Pro Heavyweight Champion, Baldo. thing he knows about Bill Dundee. He's been around a long time, but I'm not sure he knows as much as he thinks he knows about the superstar.
I've seen Bill Dundee step into the ring against bigger men than Baldo. Not many, but I have. And this man doesn't back up from it. Oh, look at Baldo trying to insult him. Down on his knees saying, how about this? We're more the same height now. Bill Dundee just popped him with the right hand.
Let me tell you, Baldo's certainly got an attitude, and he's got a lot of mouth. But he is a big dude. Let me tell you, he can back it up.
And he was in his 50s.
He can indeed.
Baldo runs in after Dundee. The superstar crawls under. Comes back. And look at him now away on Baldo.
He grabbed his hair, grabbed his foot there.
The big guy.
It's all Dundee so far. Baldo came in here
Dundee's
overconfident.
great.
There's no doubt about it. That'll get you in trouble very quickly against the superstar. The superstar drives him in a headlock. Baldo fires him in the rope.
If you wonder what's missing from wrestling today,
that slows Dundee down. You know, that's one thing about Baldo. He is so big and so tough that you make one mistake and all of a sudden he can turn the match just like that.
I mean he can. He is so big. Over 400 pounds, about 405
Just you've seen Dundee do it so many times. Dundee wrestling a guy this big is still incredibly believable.
Absolutely.
He just put the foot there and let Dundee run right into it. His momentum off the ropes carried him there. And now the referee got caught in the crossfire. Baldo has Dundee back in the turnbuckles.
With the superstar in.
Across the way. Referee Aubrey Wayne down. Dundee, where's Dundee going?
He gets out of the ring, heads off to the back. Here he comes back.
Brought a chair back with him.
Let's even things up a little. Man, he smacks him with that chair. And Dundee covers.
Look out. John Stasiak and too much jumping in there. All on Dundee. Now the referee comes around. He calls for the bell. I don't know what his ruling is going to be.
Good comments from Lucian and from Tanner.
He had him easily for the count of 3, but the referee was unable to count.
Here comes Snap Day.
That's Dr. Tom Prichard, Giant Silva in there to help out.
Boy, the big giant and Tom Prichard clear the ring. Baldo, too much, and Stasiak all take off. Shut your mouth.
Dundee, there's no doubt Dundee had the victory.
Yeah, we ran
he had
Jonesboro.
his shoulders down.
He had him there for the count of 3. Nashville already locked up. It's a shame.
Dr. Tom Prichard. Well, the insult's still flying. Bill, you had him beat.
Yes, sir. I got a little message for them 2 boys right there. And that's Stan Stasiak. Tonight in Jonesboro, you got the big giant and Dr. Tom, and we are going to give them a wrestling lesson.
All right.
Let me just tell you something, Sean. I took you and nurtured you. You're still a rookie. I know every paranoid thought that goes through your head. I got the biggest in the World Wrestling Federation, and I trained him too.
I like how
with the superstar, and tonight
the Hills were out there listening to the promo. I like that.
I was just going to mention that. I love seeing the reaction from them across the studio listening to what they were saying. 100%.
The story.
The huge weekend of wrestling in this area continues tonight in Jonesboro, Arkansas. K-Fine presents This Means War along with Power Pro Wrestling. It's the biggest card ever in Jonesboro, Arkansas. By the way, Randy Hales and James E. Cornette are going to be at Griffin's Coastal at Matthews and Caraway this afternoon. Take a look at all of this action that's going to be coming up. 9 super matches, 22 stars, including the WWF at Baiting Jonesboro. 8 o'clock tonight.
No increase in prices. Prices remain the same. No extra bucks in there. Get down and get those advanced tickets. They're on sale at Front Page, Buy Low Store. Also, Bill's Superfood, Quick and Easy Pawn, and United Pawn. Big night tonight and triple main event night.
Yes, indeed. Hardcore match, Vic Grimes and versus Erin O'Grady. Coco Beware versus Bulldog. Lance Jade versus Blade, all coming up tonight.
Then the Irish assassin Mick Tierney takes on Derek King.
Streak will be going against Venom in a grudge match.
Power Pro title match. Baldo must win twice in 10 minutes to retain the title. He takes on Kid Wicked down there tonight.
He just barely retained the belt here today. 6-man Bad Street match. Freebird, Michael Hayes will be there. Brandon Baxter and K-Fine's Ugly Ed all will be going against James E. Cornette, Randy Hales.
Big time.
Is it going to be Boy Tony or Tony Falk tonight? We'll see who shows up.
WWF Challenge when the World Wrestling Federation draws, takes on Dr. Death, Steve Williams, and then that six-man elimination tag comes
It's going to be a big one. The 7'9" giant Silva superstar Bill Dundee
Yeah,
and Dr.
I
Tom
didn't
Prichard
remember
against
Draws
the Blue
doing
Chipper,
this
John
much. I
Stasiak,
don't think
and
he
too
ever
much.
did a TV.
Ryan Christopher and Scott Taylor.
No,
all
I
tonight
don't remember it
in
either.
Jonesboro, Arkansas. It's at the Earl Bell Community Center, and it starts at 8 o'clock.
Big night tonight in Jonesboro, as we've said many times. There's been a lot of great wrestling action over in Jonesboro. Well, get ready, fans, tonight. It's going to be a big night at the Earl Bell Community Center. 8 o'clock's your bell time. Get down there and see Power Pro Wrestling tonight. Presented by Power Pro and K-Fine. Speaking of K-Fine, hello, Ugly.
Hello, buddy. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I am wonderful. I am looking forward to tonight. I've been working with Brandon and Michael PSAs getting ready for tonight's match. People need to get their tickets. It's going to be a big throwdown.
No doubt about it. Looking forward to it, BB.
Good morning, Memphis! You know, Corey, it's been a long night for Brandon Baxter.
Still morning for you, huh?
You know, last night I got done at the New Daisy Theater, and I decided I wanted to party my way down Field Street with Michael P.S. Hayes. And by the time I got back to the hotel, it's about 4 o'clock. I laid down in the bed, but I couldn't sleep. I said, what am I going to do? I had something in my head that I needed to say to Michael Hayes, and I didn't know exactly how I wanted to say it. So I'm going to come out here, and I'm just going to speak. You got to tell it from the heart, you know? Yeah. Everybody knows that Brandon Baxter as a kid wanted to be in wrestling. That was my dream. I wanted to be a wrestler, and I've been able to live that dream. Most people aren't that lucky. Most people aren't able to live any dream like that. You know, it's something to accomplish, and I've been able to do that, and I was able to live that second dream just last night. See, as a kid, I grew up watching world-class wrestling. I grew up watching the Freebirds against the Von Erichs, and it was a dream come true last night to be able to stand in that corner and call Michael Hayes my partner. And if I die today, I'll die a happy man because I was able to do that.
Well, no doubt about it. It was exciting just to be down at the New Daisy and see. Oh, my goodness. James E. Cornette has shown up.
I get to you to say, come over here, cameraman.
You look different.
Hey, shut up, you idiot. Take a look at my face. Last night at the Daisy Theater, Michael Hayes knocked my front tooth out of my mouth.
I thought it was something
Did you see that? I'm going to have to have plastic surgery. This has ruined my movie star look. But I'm going to tell you something, son, and I want you to listen real good. I am so sick and tired of hearing you run your mouth. I guarantee you, I heard you say, if you died today, you could die happy. You ain't got to worry about dying today, because we're going to take care of that tonight in Jonesboro. But you, Ugly George, or whatever your name is, you know what Champ Smile lips? I'll tell you what Champ Smile lips. People like you getting into professional wrestling just like that. I'm sick of basketball players, football players, boxers, comedians, bimbos with enough silicone to float a battleship, had enough plastic surgery to make Phyllis Diller look like Pamela Anderson. I'm sick of all of them getting into professional wrestling and making hundreds of thousands of dollars because of what they look like or how good they politic. You ain't deserved it. You haven't earned it. I've spent 25 years of my life learning this business inside and out, and so has Randy Hales. I've been in that ring. I've been beaten up. I've been thrown off scaffolds. I've been operated on. I've been attacked by fans and damn near starved to death on numerous occasions to learn this business. And then a guy like you or some of these other idiots come in here and try to do something. Well, let me tell you something. I may not can do about it anyway, anything about it anywhere else. But by gum and by cracky, tonight in Jonesboro, I can do something about it. Me and Randy Hales, because he's in the same boat and he don't like it any better than I do. We're going to make you miserable, son. You ain't going nowhere in this business. And you, Brandon Baxter, we're going to make you so miserable tonight, boy, that you're going to think the happiest night of your life was that night 20 years ago when that plane with your father went
come on, Cornette. Yeah, we don't need that kind of stuff out here for crying out loud. Here comes boy Tony, Randy Hales, and Bruno out. You see, they just go absolutely too far. Oh,
Goodness.
Cornette with that tennis racket.
Nailing Baxter and Ugly Ed.
Come on, Cornette. Take it out. You guys, I tell you.
Here comes Michael Hayes.
Oh, he's got Bruno.
He's got Bruno.
Bruno. Oh, my goodness.
Man. Look out, Tony. He got Tony.
That's how you set up an angle to go into a show 70 miles away from Memphis that night.
Hayes shows up just in time. Boy, I tell you, Mike, good to have you here, man. Good to see you.
Let's get a couple things straight right now. Hey, just because I'm from the South, it don't mean my name is Andy. And if life was always sweet, then we'd all be sucking on candy, if you know what I mean. Now, last night on Beale Street, me and Brandon Baxter, we were in cahoots, and all night long we was knocking and rocking the boots. 'Cause you see, I'm like a lemon-drop lollipop. You think candy would be my name, but oh no, there ain't nothing sweet about me because being from Bad Street is my claim to fame. And every squeeze last night, every chick wanted to be my main squeeze because they like it when PS gets down between the knees. And tonight,
Saturday morning friendly, Randy?
in Jonesboro, Arkansas, can you say Bad Street? Jim Cornette, the only thing bad about you is that big 2-ton butt and that bad breath you've carried around since 1977. But I got something to say to you. Let me explain something to you. You have to be bad. You don't act bad. Jim Cornette comes out here, you slap him right away. You see what I'm saying, Brandon? Do on the others before they do on to you. Am I right, Memphis? So see, Dave, Memphis, whose house is it? It's Michael's house. And I heard, correct me if I'm wrong, and you know you are ugly. All right, Ed, let me explain it like this. Did somebody say they were going to be on Caraway Street at the Coastal Center?
I believe that's what they said.
If you're going to be there, Michael P.S. Hayes is going to be there, because trust me on this. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, there's no way to get away from a Bad Street day, and it's your way, because I am a Freebird. I've been a Freebird forever, and I will always fly free until somebody can run right over me, and it ain't going to get done.
Michael P.S. Hayes, Brandon Baxter, and Ugly Ed, all in Jonesboro tonight. Back here with more of the Power Hour.
And let's come back on set as we reset. It's the Power Hour, show number 44. Man alive. How about that last segment, Adam Dunn?
Hey, you know, it's I hate to keep saying it every week. I really do. And last week's show, still probably one of my favorite shows, absolutely, but just for totally different reasons. This show, the amount of talent that's on this show. Now, of course, you know, we had the St. Valentine's Day Massacre coming up the next day, but from Beale Street the night before to TV to Jonesboro, and then that was just an amazing, like, 3-day stretch of wrestling in the Mid-South, and the TVs have just been unbelievable, and they keep coming. And we're not even done with this episode yet.
And let me explain something, and you might not know the story. So through K-Fine, they had different sponsorships and different things going on during the town. Like Adam said earlier, how many advance ticket outlets and personal appearances. And that Caraway Road in Matthews, one of the busiest intersections in town. Absolutely one of the biggest intersection in town, one of the busiest, and it is absolutely crazy. And I guarantee you, we were going to ask forgiveness if we had to, but we did not ask permission. We didn't get permits. We just did it. So we did a live radio remote there at the Shell station or the Citgo or whatever in the world it was, and it's right across the street from the fire department in Jonesboro. It was the fire department. It's a city bus station now, but it was the fire department anyway. So we're doing a remote, and so we take breaks, and Cornette was there, and Tony Falk was there, and I was there. And Adam, here comes Brandon Baxter, and here comes Michael Hayes, and here comes Ugly Ed Johnson in their car, and they pulled up, and we get in the damnedest brawl you've ever seen in your life, and it's broadcast only on the radio. We're thinking, why would the camera be in there? So they were calling it from the station. What's going on? What's going on? It was pure chaos. So we
Wow.
shot a angle, and there was a lot of wrestling fans there. We shot an angle on Caraway Road in Jonesboro, Arkansas, an hour and a half before bell time to sell the Bed Street match.
Wow.
Now, how impressive is that? And I don't believe you knew that story.
No, I did not know that story. Yeah, I'm sure there's no audio archive of that. That'd be amazing to listen to. But just, yeah, the types of, again, 20 years later, I don't know of local promotions that do that type of promoting and working with radio stations and everything else. And of course, look at the career that it led to for Brandon still to this day.
Hey, not only do you not know of any local stuff, I mean, we can't compete with the Power Roads and all that sort of thing. As far as stories, you tell me, wall to wall, 1 hour every week for the last 8 weeks.
Yeah.
1 week after. We keep saying, hey, I'm going to quit saying it. I'm going to quit saying it. Are we going to top it? Because I know eventually we won't. But week after week after week, it's just really amazing. And that's why the text I read from you a little earlier about watching the show back and watching it back and watching it back and being so fired up about Power Pro. And that's what we do, especially like Lucien and Tanner and just some Panetta was over the pond. They didn't get Power Pro Wrestling. So many people didn't. It was a Memphis only market. That was good and bad. It was good because it was a television show just for Memphis. And I think that was great. But I wish we had a bigger audience. And of course, we can get into that. I wish I would have pushed it. And I wish the TV people at whoever the hell, Raycom, is that who owned? Raycom owned it. I wish they had more sense than they had. They didn't have any sense that God gave the goose. They really didn't. They didn't have a clue because they were going to put us on all their stations, which was a lot, but they had the specifics that they wanted. They wanted me to run at the Cook Convention Center or the Mid-South Coliseum every Saturday morning for the wrestling show. We'd have gone broke.
Right. And just to give some context, it was very similar to how the deal with Sinclair and Ring of Honor was structured, where all the Sinclair stations carried Ring of Honor. You guys basically were going to do the same thing back then. All of the Raycom-owned television stations across the country were going to carry Power Pro Wrestling, probably not necessarily live, but it would have been on all of the stations. And I don't understand. There really wasn't anything in the studio that really let you know that it was Channel 5 other than them saying it. They should have just ran that studio show. But I think they thought that they wanted to have more of like a WWE look or whatever. But even then in 98, you weren't going to put 10,000 people in the Coliseum week after week. You just wasn't.
Oh, no. I mean, it's just the thing. Now, that would have been, if it would have done right, my way, the Memphis wrestling way, it would have got over in any market we went in if the time frame was good, if the time, the channel and the time that it was scheduled, it would have got over like Rover. However, it would also been a life changer because if I would agree to do it their way and I would have been financially responsible for running the Mid-South Coliseum, I would probably still be broke even today.
Still paying that back, yeah.
It would be absolutely. So let's put up and let you read it. What in the world is Al saying? Let's say I'll let you read it.
Okay, let me find it here. He says, as popular as Raw and Nitro were at that time, if Power Pro would have been syndicated, it would have done very well. And I think that's true because you look, even now you've got Raw or WWE and you've got AEW. And, there's still a place even there for a third regional thing. You might say NWA or MLW or something like that. But, yeah, I really wish that we could have had the syndication. I agree that it still should have just been the studio show, no different than Louisville, Evansville, and everything else had been for 20 years. But, yeah, I think that would have been really neat if we had had it on all of the Raycom channels. It's a shame that never materialized.
Jeff, it was different over the years. There was a percentage and the percentage was anywhere from 12% to 20%. It just changed over the years, and there was a minimal, and it never really got that low to the last few years that it ran. And certainly Power Pro, when we ran it, we weren't under a weekly every Monday night deal, so the rent was a little more. And we'll return to episode number 44. This was from February the 13th, 99, and we'll see how the Power Pro show concludes. We'll see what's remaining on this edition of Power Pro Wrestling, the Power Hour.
It's the biggest wrestling spectacular Jonesboro has ever seen. Saturday, February 13th, K-Fine and Power Pro present This Means War, 8 p.m. at the Earl Bell Community Center. 9 matches, 22 stars, including 6 WWF superstars. See 7'9" oddity giant Silva, draws, and more. A bad streak 6-man tag when Brandon Baxter teams with K-Fine's Ugly Ed. And the fabulous Freebird Michael Hayes to face Randy Hales, James E. Cornette, and Boy Tony. This Means War. Saturday, February 13th, the Earl Bell Community Center.
That's at 8 o'clock tonight over at Jonesboro. Don't you miss it. Coming up right now, Derek King, Mr. Personalities, headed for the ring. He's going to be doing battle against kind of a strange guy that's been in here.
I like how he was Mr. Personalities, but it just got to the point, no matter who it came dressed out as, that you saw Michael.
Right.
Stand by. Look up. And there's Venom nailing him from behind. Referee calls for the bell.
Venom whips him in. He doesn't even peel off the jacket. Finally, he does.
As far as I know, was this the last thing Paul Diamond did in wrestling?
Mr. Personalities, Derek King.
I think so.
Stick he obviously brought with him while the lights were down, lying over beside the apron.
Hey, Dave, we've talked about Jonesboro being a big night tonight, presented by Power Pro and K-Fine. I want to send out our special condolences to the family of Gary Harper and the family. And certainly our thoughts and prayers are with you.
Gary, the general manager of K-Fine, lost his father, and our sympathy to the entire family.
Amen to that, no doubt about it. Venom slams him into that top turnbuckle, whips him across the leg. Goes in after him. Kick right to the head of Derek King.
Derek in trouble here.
Oh, man, a spin right out of that corner. He slammed him down, and that could do
Paul was really trying to
Mr. Personality.
I don't know if Derek's going to be able to get up after that one. They had to cover 1.
Yeah.
2. He picked him up at the 2 count.
Yeah, he's an athlete. He looks like $1 million, and his work is all there.
Get you, too.
Sure can.
We almost saw that a couple of times last night at the New Daisy Theater. By the way, a huge crowd at the New Daisy last night. Thank you very much. Be back down there in March. Be looking for you to be at the New Daisy Theater, historic Beale Street, and Power Pro Wrestling teaming up.
Great setup down at the New Daisy. I love the closeness, and there's not a bad seat in the house when you get down to the New Daisy on Bill. 8 o'clock's bell time back there, March the 5th. Make your plans to be down there with us for Power Pro. Coming up here today, still got Dr. Tom
You have a pretty good experience with the New Daisy
coming up in action here on the Power Hour.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't really like the dressing rooms, but I liked the event, and no issues at all. We didn't have issues. The Cornette was full-time here and basically had a temper tantrum to the ownership, ripped the TV off the thing. The police was called. It was a mess, and that happened, and that was the last we ever ran of the New Days.
Early in the match, and now the referee is saying, "Hey, you got to get off the ropes." Oh, there's the bell.
Yeah, referee calls for the bell, Dave. He saw it, and he gets the kendo stick. See, we don't even need this stuff. Been disqualified, and he had several opportunities to win the bout if he wanted to.
You know what's funny, if you go back and watch that match,
Paul had some history too, including last night at the New Daisy Theater.
So they worked that match. Paul never audibly
Venom
called
had lost the
anything at
match
all.
due to disqualification when he
See him
sprayed
do it
that miss,
Never
whatever
said
it
a
is,
word.
of Derek King, the referee.
Very good point.
Oh, look out, here comes too much. Brian Christopher and Scott Taylor back in there.
Yeah, Streaks and Venom, they end up in the hallway in the back.
Yeah.
And in the ring, too much. Oh, they're going to help Derek out. Oh, my goodness. Power bomb right in the middle of the ring. From the team of too much, and they'll
That
love
door
it
did not
every bit
open.
of
What are they doing out here anyway is the question. Here comes superstar Bill Dundee.
Yeah.
And they take off. Streaking Venemeyer in the
Door
back
opened out.
day.
It wasn't supposed
We
to
had a
open in
camera
like
back
that.
there
I wonder if it
earlier.
broke it.
They were still going. Let's get them separated. We're going to be back. We've still got more to come right here in the ring. Don't you? There's Streak and Venom. Hey, yes, indeed. We're just about ready to go. Hey, some of the wrestlers are going to be at the Excite this afternoon in personal appearance. Brian Christopher is going to be there, and draws from WWF and others coming up this afternoon.
Probably did.
4 o'clock this afternoon. What, 12 to 4 or 1 to 4? 1 to 4, okay, this afternoon. The information right here. Hey, coming up right here, we've got quite a main event. In this one right here, we got Dr. Tom Prichard coming in.
Oh, yeah, and he's got Dr. Death.
Steve Williams with him.
What's up with Dr. Death wearing the mask?
And that's the only time he ever did it that I know of.
Looking forward to this one. We got tag team action. Take it, Dave.
Dr. Tom.
I want to tell you one thing, Dave. I thought I'd bring one of the biggest and baddest guys to the World Wrestling Federation in Dr. Death Steve Williams. And you notice he's wearing a little something different on his face right now.
Yeah.
He's turned his back on the American way, and he's gone Japanese, so to speak. And he's going to keep this mask on until he wins the WWF Championship. And tonight, in Jonesboro, Arkansas, he's going to be there right now in a couple minutes. We're going to show Vic Grimes and Sean Stasiak what the Japanese way is all about.
It doesn't sound pleasant for Stasiak and Grimes as Dr. Death and Dr. Tom head for the ring.
It'd be funny if it just actually wasn't him.
Steve Williams, with a Japanese way of doing things, steps in, and he's got Dr. Tom Prichard in his corner, and downtown Bruno leads in the blue chipper, Sean Stasiak. Got vicious Big Grimes with him.
Sean Stasiak, a former student of Dr. Tom Prichard. But, tell you what, there's no love lost between the two of them right now. Stasiak climbs up on the apron. Here comes vicious Big Grimes. Grimes in at about 387
Adam,
pounds.
did you watch the watch along back 4, 5, 6 times, or did you watch the actual show?
Start. Looks like it's going to be Sean Stasiak, and
I watched
starting
the
across
actual
the way.
show. You remember we kind of had video.
There's a little Japanese bow there from Dr. Dusty Williams. Going to be Dr. Tom Prichard. Again, Sean
The weather's
Stasiak.
cold here,
We're
freezing
underway
here,
today.
but
Here on the Power Hour. Thanks for
no
joining us.
storms.
Thank you very much.
Hadn't had any issues with videos at all today. Thank
Big
God.
crowd last
Knock
night
on wood.
at I'm telling you, Power Pro is hot.
Very hot. WWF in your house. We're in the house right now. In our house, in our ring.
We're going to be down there
This is the
tomorrow.
first time we've had
at the
Dr.
big
Tom
pay-per-view
in
at the
Power Pro
Pyramid
Ring on
Arena.
TV since
If you
July
don't have
4th
your
of
tickets,
98.
hey, next time, move a little faster because let me tell you, when the WWF comes around, it doesn't last long.
Those tickets sold out in a day and a half, a little less than a day and a half. And there are none available, but you can see it on pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view, yeah, that's a big option. Right in the comfort of your own home. Dr. Death, Steve Williams steps in, and he's working over the arm of the blue chipper, Sean Stasiak.
We got some interesting stuff coming up after this show goes up there. I have a little personal thing that I want to say, and final words from Adam. All that coming up as we'll go into a little OT today, Adam. A little OT.
I'm not sure what the King changed her mind.
I think so.
However, he, in the process, upset Stacy quite a bit. He was mighty unhappy when she left here today.
Yeah, she was fired up. She showed Jerry how she felt about it also. Man.
Vicious Big Grimes against Dr. Death, Steve Williams.
Adam asked the question that we're doing live next week, of course, Christmas is Sunday. Adam, I'm planning to do it. If you out of town, which you may be, who knows, that the Power Pro shows I can handle myself.
Steve Williams comes out fighting. Backs him up.
You have big plans, I'm sure, or you have no plans. You don't know what the hell you're doing. You know you're doing something, but you don't know what exactly it is. But yeah, absolutely.
Grimes, very resilient for a guy his size. He can pop back on his feet pretty quickly. Here's Dr. Tom Prichard in now. He and Dr. Death teaming up. And a drop drop kick, and a good one puts Vic Grimes on the mat.
Nice drop kick from Tom Prichard. Takes him down and in the corner. Oh, they got 2 against 1 over there. Got to break that up. And Bruno putting his 2 cents in.
Dr. Tom now grabs Stasiak, head into the top turnbuckle.
Man, he's chopping away at him. Look at this. Stasiak's had it up. He's chopping away at Prichard.
Reversal by Stasiak. Giving credit. Head into the turnbuckle again.
Prichard.
Tom Prichard not letting up on him.
No,
Reversal again as Stasiak now dumps him over the back.
Big backdrop from the blue chipper. Takes him down, and he's going up
Coming
to
from
Dr.
East
Tom
Tennessee.
Prichard. Elbow on Prichard.
Blue chipper looking pretty good here against Dr. Tom. Here's Vic Grimes and Dr. Death said all 4 of them in the ring now.
Boy, it's been a full day on the Power Hour. How about Michael P.S. Hayes? Comes out. I never heard you get off a question to him.
Yeah, didn't need to. He said it all himself.
Here comes Stacy. I saw Stacy.
Stacy sprayed something and
Prichard's eye.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, I thought she was coming after Stasiak, but you say sprayed something in Dr. Tom's eye. There's a cover. 1, 2, 3.
That's a 3 count.
That's it. And Stasiak's got himself a win here over his former teacher.
Hey, Stasiak mentioned earlier a special relationship with Stacy. I guess Stacy was mad about the Lawler deal or the deal with Stasiak's sister. Take a break. We'll be back with more here on the Power Hour.
Hey, don't forget the big action coming up tonight in Jonesboro. K-Fine and Power Pro present This Means War. Tickets are available. You might want to go on down there and pick up these advanced tickets. Front page, Buy Low Store, Bill Superfood, Quick and Easy Pawn, and United Pawn. Get your tickets in advance. Here comes Randy Hales and the Syndicate right there. They're going to, James E. Cornette.
Y'all, let me have the microphone. Y'all are finished for the day, because this is going to get heavy. Y'all are finished for the day. Bull, Jimmy, grab this microphone. Very good. Brian Christopher. Too much. Joe Stadium. Come on, baby. Bulldog, the Power Pro champion. Boy, Tony Bruno, and my friend Jimmy Cornette, Michael. I love you, Randy. I love you, too. All right. All right, I love too much. Tonight in Jonesboro, we're going to kick the way. What are you doing with the job?
With the giant, we're going to chop it down to size, baby, because nobody beats too much.
Erin the Great.
Oh, we're going to kill that little twig because he don't know that in the square circle, it ain't Graceland, baby, it's Grimesland.
Brandon Baxter, Michael Hayes, Roy, Tony, and Jay-Z going to town. You got Kid Wicked.
Kid Wicked. Last time, baby. It's your last time.
Sean Stasiak, Big Grimes got that victory. We can beat it. Can we beat anybody in the world? We can beat anybody in the world. Hey, Randy.
Set up for the go-home ball. Look, the cameras are everywhere. People are flying.
Look at the big guy.
No announcers, just the natural sound of what's going on.
I love the way that went off the air. I didn't remember that. Of course, it's been a little bit since I watched that. I hadn't watched that since February the 13th, 1999. What did you think of the way we went off the air, Adam?
Oh, like I was saying, I love it. I love it. It's just all the things that just you can do with live television, the announcers having enough sense to lay out and just let all that stuff happen. It's always, for me, it's always those little subtle nuanced things you don't even realize they're happening when they're happening, but you go back and you kind of look at it and dissect it. I mean, again, it's just, I say it all the time, the way things are formatted, the way things are laid out, the way people work off each other. It's just you cannot replicate that anywhere else on that just live studio wrestling and the way that stuff happens every Saturday morning. Another just home run out of the park show.
Expect the unexpected. Power Pro Wrestling. Hey, Adam, I have a question for you. And I have a question for our friends. This show is not over. We've got a couple more videos. Plus, I got some heartfelt words to say. So we got much more or a lot more a little bit more. So anyway, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere else. Are you ready for Christmas, Adam? Are you ready for Christmas?
I'm ready. Let's put the lights back up.
Oh, yeah, that was a little hinting at that. The lights are on. The mood is on. Everybody's thinking of their favorite Christmas carols, their favorite Christmas music, their favorite Christmas presents, their favorite Christmas thing. But there's nothing better than a Power Pro Christmas. There's nothing better than a TV5 Brawl. Let's take a look. Let's go back to the Christmas show from December of 1998. Roll them.
Hey, I want to remind everybody around Covington, coming up tonight, there's going to be big wrestling action at the National Guard Armory. 7:30 is the time. Superstar Bill Dundee, lots of other folks are going to be there in Covington at National Guard Armory tonight. As you can see, we're joined by a lot of folks from Power Pro Wrestling. There's Streak coming out. Tom Nunnery here with a guitar, and it's kind of become a tradition, I think, that at Christmas time, everybody sort of joins in with a little celebration. And that's what we would like to get going here in Power Pro Wrestling. Brandon Baxter has joined us out here today. Lots of special guests with us. Erin O'Grady. So let's kick it off, folks. And as we get going, may we from Power Pro Wrestling wish you and yours the happiest of holiday seasons. And we'll be looking for you next week, 10:30, a half hour early, right here live on the Power Hour. Tom, kick it off.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
All right. Come on, look out, everyone. Oh, wait a minute. Holy smoke, look at that. Turned into a free-for-all, man. A little Christmas singing, and all of a sudden, Randy Hales and the Syndicate showed up, led by Baldo and Vic Grimes. There's Kid Wicked with a chair. That's not the Christmas spirit, kid.
But I cried. I'm telling you what.
Oh, my goodness. Randy Hales has got Brandon Baxter back in the corner, working him over here. Baxter goes off the ropes. Hales, Randy.
For goodness sake.
Well, that's about it, fans. We'll sort it out, and we'll see you next Saturday at 10:30 with the Power Hour.
What do you think, Adam, of that?
I love it. So Tony Falk was walking out there at Santa, and Tom just singing the whole time. Tom never took a break, I don't think, the whole time all that was going on. Panetta says Dave didn't sing.
Oh, yeah. He didn't come up for a breath. And the 2000 version, we'll see that in a few minutes. But, I just want to ask the question, what are you looking forward to, folks? What are you looking forward to the most coming up on Christmas? I'm sure most people will get together with their family. Me and my nephew Cal are going to Little Rock to my niece Cindy's, and we'll have the 1-year-old and the 4-year-old to be there. And I've been ordering presents as in this show, as a matter of fact, to take care of the kids. So certainly looking at family, and as you get older, and again, we celebrated my 61st birthday the other day, and you have to think, my dad passed away in 1981 when I was a freshman in college. My grandmother passed away, my aunt, and my mother passed away in 2011 when she was 89 years old. My sister and my brother-in-law, where I'm now the senior member of the family. But the most impactful people, and there's been people impactful in my life, like Eddie Marlin, certainly. But the most important person in the history of my life, and somebody that we lost on August the 3rd of 2011, and that's my mother, Mary Benton Hales Davis. My dad passed away in 81. She got remarried in 89. But there's a picture of my pretty mama when she was just a little young girl, just started to drive. I miss my mother. The kids called her Muzz. I called her Mother. Good picture of my mother and a picture of my parents. I always like to see that. I don't like the suit I'm wearing. I don't like my hairstyle. I do like my black hair, and I like my jet black hair of my mother, my dad. There he is, and good old times. And then later on in life, your parents raise you, and then it flips. And my mother got Alzheimer's, and she ended up coming to me in Poplar Bluff, Missouri, where I was running the Sonic drive-ins. And one of the things she liked to do was taking a ride in the car. And they're probably 88 years old and looks like $1 million for sure. Now, as we come back to action, and we have one more 2000 Christmas fiasco going on. Adam, what do you remember about this one?
I remember that I don't think Tom Nunnery fares quite as well during this episode. I think he's pretty well massacred at the end of it, if it's the one that I think it is.
Go ahead, give away the finish, and let's roll the tape. The video.
Oh, greetings from Mick Foley right there, huh?
Everybody's in the Christmas spirit,
Yeah.
and rightfully so. And what would Christmas be without the King and my good friend Tom Nunnery, who we've collaborated together on a few records, CDs, and things over the years. And we always like to grace everybody with a little Christmas song. And now, you know what? Here's what I'm thinking. Instead of singing right here, Tom, first of all, I want us to get up in the ring where everybody can see and hear real well. We want to sing there. But now, doggone it, it's Christmas time, and we've had all these guys fighting out here all day today. Even I'm guilty of it. I even ran Steve Bradley off. Yep. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to prove to the world that at Christmas time, everybody should be able to get along. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to invite all of the guys, everybody that's back there. If you haven't left yet, I'd like to invite everybody. I want everybody to come out here. We're going to all sing a song, a Christmas song, a new song this year. Listen, what are we going to do? Rudolph? Everybody knows the words to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So come on, go it, Tom. If we can get the guys to come out here, all right, and behave themselves.
Come on, guys. Yeah, no fighting. Here comes Joey Adds, Derek King, the Cat.
Everybody come on.
Lance Cage, Jason Sensation. The referees are coming out to join us. All right.
Front side right here. We'll get right up. Come on, Cat. Come on in here. Be careful. Oh, yes. Everybody loves puppies at Christmas. Is this everybody? Come on. There's got to be more than this. Come on, Dragon, Spanky.
Yeah.
Mean Street Posse, even you, Slaps, it's Christmas time. Come on. All we're going to do is sing. Yeah, we want to try to get along. We want to sing. Is Booty Face out here? Right there. Come on, everybody. Okay, listen. Hey, is everybody ready? All right, listen up. Everybody kind of gather around because you're going to need to hear the music. We're going to do a kind of a fast version for everybody here at home. Merry Christmas. How about some Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw him, you would even say it. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Look out, King. Look out, Tom. Oh, my goodness. A ring full and they're going wild. The end of Power Hour just before Christmas Eve. Anyway, everyone, we'll see you next week on the Power Hour live right here on TV5 at the regular time.
Thanksgiving is over.
That absolutely was pure chaos, 100%, as certainly Al said that. And now here's Adam Dunn to tell you about the next few weeks on the Power Hour. What will we see now? Adam didn't even know when Christmas is. Christmas will be next Sunday. Next Monday's the day after Christmas. If it was Christmas, I probably wouldn't do a show. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be.
I was just thinking I had Monday off from work, thinking that's just the observed holiday. But yeah, Sunday's Christmas. So, okay. Well, yeah, that's one of the funnier ones to me. I don't think Tom quite realized what was coming. You can even, if you listen closely, you can even hear Lawler cuss after he gets hit. Anywho, let's take a look at, let me put me up on the screen and get you off of here for now.
Thank you.
There you go. I might do my job, right? Okay, so next week, show number 45, February 20th, 1999. We'll kick things off with Brian Christopher going against Derek King. We get a Lawler interview with Sister Stasiak. Lumberjack strap match, Erin O'Grady going against Vic Grimes. We'll get highlights from the Jonesboro Bad Street match. In studio, we'll have Brandon Baxter, and we'll get a taped interview of Michael Hayes. Randy Hales, Baldo, and Kid Wicket have a Young Guns title match. Lawler goes against Stasiak. And then coming up in a few weeks, episode 46, over the next few weeks, episode 46, Mae Young will debut. Mae Young will have a match against the Cat. Lawler goes against Baldo, and we'll be coming up in a few weeks. We'll get the debut of Kurt Angle. We'll also hear from the Fabulous One, Stan Lane and Steve Kern, and we'll see in action Kurt Angle going against Tony Falk. So the action doesn't let up. And it keeps coming as we get closer and closer to the first 50 episodes of Power Pro Wrestling, Randy.
All right, very good. Certainly want to shout out to my friend, Gail. Gail's watching tonight. Hey, Gail, Merry Christmas to you for sure. Quick plugs here to end the show. I will be, my regular Wednesday radio thing, Front Row with Bud Roll, will be in the morning. I will be there from 7 to 8:45. They're quitting shop. They got going to broadcast some high school basketball tournament games, but I will be there with Craig Miller, Bud, and Randy Myers. We will hear from Shane Russell in the morning. A big show tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, 953theticket.com. Adam told you everything that's going to happen next Monday with the Power Hour. Tomorrow on Talking Memphis Wrestling, and it will be a very interesting show at 7 o'clock. I think you will enjoy talking Memphis Wrestling tomorrow because we will do a deep dive on one of the greatest years of Memphis wrestling history, the year that changed everything, 1977. And it will be a big, big show because we will certainly talk about the promotion changing from Nick Goulas and Roy Welch and Buddy Fuller. As you see that picture right there, Goulas, Welch, and Buddy Fuller to Jarrett Promotions and Eddie Marlin. And certainly we have a picture of them as well. So much happened in 1977. And Adam, just go ahead and some of the pictures that I loaded, just go ahead and put them up and I'll talk about them. It was the year of 1977 of Lawler against Dundee #1. Then the arrival, the debut of Handsome Jimmy Valiant, the boy from New York City. I came rolling into Memphis, TWA. Tell the ladies, Handsome Jimmy's on the way. A little rocker, I'm a roller, I'm a little funky dude. I was raised by a gypsy, you know. Oh, handsome, cool. And also in 1977, or the first of 78, it was the Lumberjack, Joe LeDuc, and the Axe. We also, in 77, Bullet Bob Armstrong in the house. And he later became a member of the Memphis Wrestling Hall of Fame. A huge, huge, huge business with Rocky the Soul Man Johnson. And we also had a series of world title matches. Rocky Johnson, also in Jerry Lawler against the great Handsome Harley Race, who had terrific, terrific battles with Jerry the King Lawler. All that is just absolutely no doubt about it. Loaded show. Also in 1977, the great team of Phil Hickerson and Dennis Condrey, Southern Tag Team Champions. They had a run there. There was just so much talent. Paul Orndorff was in it at the time. The incident where Bill Dundee's wife Beverly attacks Jerry Lawler. I mean, it was just a tremendous, tremendous year. There's no doubt about it, for sure. I think that runs us out of pictures, does it, Adam? And certainly, first and foremost, I want to again say Merry Christmas to my family, the viewing audience family. Adam, thank you for all you have done. And I guess there's one more Power Pro show and 2 more Talking Memphis Wrestling shows left in the year. Am I correct?
Yes, I believe that's correct. Yeah, we have tomorrow's Talking Memphis Wrestling, and then next Monday and Tuesday, Power Pro Talking Memphis Wrestling, and that'll take us to the end of the year.
All right. Thanks for all you do. Couldn't do that with you. And we want to go the bells and whistles and every Christmas thing up on the screen as much, and just pick a spot, Adam, as we have a festive thing, and as we could get the Christmas lights back on and any other great gimmicks you have, and just pick a spot, if you would, on when to get out of here. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, everybody. Good night.
Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling.